So, ladies and gentlemen, señores y señoras, bienvenidos a la rueda de prensa. Welcome to the IAAF press conference ahead of the IAAF Trinidad Alfonso World Half Marathon Championships. We're incredibly happy to be in a stunning setting here, right on the finish line of the World Half Marathon. And we have distinguished guests today, starting from IAAF President Seb Coe, el presidente de la Real Federación Española de Atletismo, Raúl Chapado, and then also two-time defending champion Jeffrey Camoror, Florencia Borrelli of Argentina, Marta Esteban of Spain, and Bernard Lagat representing Team USA. So to start the proceeding, can I please ask Seb to come to the lectern and say a few words? Por favor, el presidente de la IAAF, Seb Coe. Seb, thank you.
Laura, thank you very much. And first of all, let me thank you all for taking time out of your busy preparations for these championships, and particularly for the media to be here. And it would be remiss of me not to welcome both the, well, two august ranks of athletes here, because I'm joined by some of the greats currently, and I'm looking down at the front row here. And that row is sort of our history as well. So thank you, all of you, for making it. I'm particularly pleased to be joined by Raúl, the president of the Royal Spanish Federation. I retired undefeated in this great city, and I know that the track statisticians amongst you are going to now be nervously fumbling your phones and your stats books. But it wasn't actually in track and field, because I came here in 2009 and I crewed on a Swedish boat in an America's Cup regatta. And I have to say it had absolutely nothing to do with me, because I was the 18th man. But this flotilla of boats left the harbour. All of them, other than the Swedish boat that I was on, followed what they thought was the wind. These guys followed the other wind. We won by 2.5 minutes. And so I retired undefeated in the America's Cup in this town. One race, one win, and then I got out as quickly as I could. But I also remember being here for the World Indoor Athletics Championships, which were hugely successful. And I remember being here also in recent years for other athletics-based events. So this is really a city that understands our sport, a federation that has an august record in delivering some of the best events that we've had. But even before the gun goes tomorrow, Valencia is breaking records, because this is the largest gathering since the first of the World Half Marathon Championships in 1992. I think it currently stands at around about 80 federations, around about 300 elite athletes, and we're tipping the scales at about 15,000 mass runners. I think you've got to go back to Brussels in 2000, when we had about 60 federations, and just more recently in our very successful new format in Copenhagen, where we had just under 60, some 55, 56. So let me put on record immediately my thanks to the Trinidad Alfonso Foundation. Your vision is our vision. I know you will deliver an amazing event here. And I also know that the two strap lines, which we have sort of all gloried in the last few weeks, which is the fastest course ever seen in Valencia. And we know that because of the recent World Half Marathon and the Half Marathon and the Marathon gold label races. I think it was not that long ago, I think it was this time last year actually, that Jep Koskai took a second off the half marathon record. I know it wasn't on exactly the same course. So let me place on record my amazing thanks to the organising committee, the local club and the foundation for pulling together something that I know will be spectacular. The other event slogan, of course, is "If you run, you can." And I think that probably synthesizes exactly the twin challenges that we all have in the sport. this is not just about elite competition. We also recognise that more people do what we do in the average course of a week, i.e. running, than any other sport and any other physical activity. And our challenge, of course, is to make sure that they feel a part of the athletics family, that they feel a part of what Usain Bolt and our fantastic athletes past and present have done. And the challenge, of course, is making sure that we really grow our sport, not just around those extraordinary competitors in so many wonderful disciplines, but also on the road and in mass. And of course, personal fitness, whether it's for charity, whether it's a goal set, whether it's a bet, whether it's a challenge, whether nobody even thought about it until a few weeks ago, this is what running is about. It is probably about the most democratic of all sports. It has the lowest threshold of entry. It doesn't require expensive yachts or boats or mechanized vehicles. It is something that everybody can do, and that is something that I think we're going to witness and glory in the next couple of days. I'm also delighted that I'm told, because I've only just arrived, that we've had a very, very good and expansive start to our road running seminar. Again, many of those that are with us today are also speaking and being panelists, so thank you for doing that. And these are the moments when the family comes together. These are the moments when we don't just worry about split times and distances and all the other things that we worry about on these occasions. It's when we actually take time to discuss some of the challenges that the sports face. And I remember going back a few years to our cross-country seminar that we started after the European cross-country in Belgrade a few years ago. We then followed up with a road running seminar in Cardiff, and I'm delighted to be able to tell the athletes that it's probably going to be a lot drier tomorrow than it was in those monsoon conditions in Cardiff. And let me also just digress for one moment, because in thanking the Trinidad Alfonso Foundation and particularly its president Juan Roig, they are not just the title sponsors here. Their feel for our sport and their conscience for our sport has meant that they have, for the very first time, through an organising committee, made a donation to our fight against anti-doping. And I'm very, very pleased that that contribution, some $50,000, will allow us to, on balance, do at least another 120 tests, will allow us to analyse more samples, and certainly allow us to store over a longer period of time. And that is hugely welcome. So let me also thank, on these occasions, as we must, because we wouldn't be here without their support, our official partners and suppliers of the IAAF World Athletics Series, and our national partners and suppliers to these particular championships. But my biggest thanks goes on these occasions, as always, to the elite athletes for carving out time in their programs and their schedules and using this as a stepping stone along the way to a full athletic season. But particularly all those mass participation athletes that will be competing tomorrow. And for whatever reason you're out there, please enjoy. If this is your first time, welcome to the family. If it's not your first time to running, enjoy it and be kind to those that might be suffering a little bit around you, because you've probably started off in exactly the same vein. So thank you very much indeed. And Lara, I'm going to hand back to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Seb. Muchas gracias. Si le puedo pedir ahora a Raúl de venir al atril para unas palabras. Muchas gracias.
Dear President, distinguished members of the IAAF Council, authorities, athletes, officials, buenos días a todo el mundo. Dear Chef, it is an honor to have your presence here in Valencia in an event so important for us. It really means a lot. As a president of the IAAF, you represent times of change and progress for our sport, which we certainly need. As a former athlete, no, or I should say as an athlete, you are a legend. Not only for your great and successful sport career, but especially because you were a source of inspiration for so many young athletes. That's indeed your best legacy. First of all, I would like to thank IAAF for trusting us. And secondly, I would like to thank the Correcaminos Sports Society. Without you, this event would not have been possible. And I also thank the full support of the institution and our partners and sponsors, but very especially to the Trinidad Alfonso Foundation, that, thanks to its enthusiasm, support, and collaboration, is making this great event possible. As a chairman of the organizing committee, it is my pleasure to welcome you to the 23rd IAAF Trinidad Alfonso World Championship Half Marathon. It is an honor and a great chance for our country to be hosting this prestigious competition for the second time in the history. We want to show the whole world that Valencia really is the city of running. This is a wonderful opportunity to see the best athletes in the world at this distant in action on a course that is perfect for achieving fast times. The organization has designed a course of a great beauty and charm that will be laid by the fans sharing all the runners on. Valencia is the city of running, as its inhabitants have a true passion for running, for athletics, and for sport. The IAAF Trinidad Alfonso World Half Marathon Championship Valencia 2018 has beaten the participation record for elite athletes, more than 300, and countries participating in the world, more than 85 countries. All of us will enjoy with these best athletes in the world in this distance. We are totally convinced that Valencia has all the right conditions to produce the best race in the history of this prestigious championship. It has an ideal course and one of the great beauty. It enjoys excellent weather conditions. The special fast course that has been created especially for this event will feature a start and finish line here in this impressive scenario, the City of Arts and Science, which will assist spectating and create a spectacular background for this event. The event has been prepared at the highest level, and athletes, as well as the other guests, will go back home with great achievements and memories. Therefore, we are fully convinced that Valencia will be remembered to the big city that hosts the most successful edition of the World Championship Half Marathon. My personal conviction that tomorrow Valencia will once again make history and write another golden page in its now successful tradition of organizing road race. I wish all participants to have the best performance, and now I would like to speak in Spanish for the Spanish media. Por respeto al acto de la rueda de prensa internacional, me gustaría transmitiros que responderé a todas las cuestiones que tengáis respecto a la circunstancia que se ha dado con nuestra inscripción del equipo nacional. Después de la rueda de prensa, yo atenderé a todas las preguntas. Muchas gracias.
Thank you, Raúl. Muchas gracias. If I can now switch the focus to the athletes, and let me start with Jeffrey, right here with me. Jeffrey, if you want to take a microphone. Jeffrey, you're here to defend a title which you didn't win just once, but you won twice, in fact. The course is expected to be really fast. The finish line couldn't be more beautiful. And obviously, you know what it takes to win a half marathon. How do you feel ahead of tomorrow? Estamos aquí con Jeffrey, que ya ganó el evento 2 veces. ¿Cómo te sientes para mañana?
Okay, thank you. First and foremost, I thank God for...
Hold on. Can we switch the microphone on, please, at the switchboard? Thank you.
First and foremost, I'm really happy, and I thank God for enabling me to be in this city of running, Valencia. To me, coming here as a defending champion, I'm really looking forward for a great race. I've really prepared well.
No. Is it working? Let me try. 1, 2, 3. No, no funciona el micrófono, por favor. Probamos otro. Aquí, ahora no. 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me better? This one working? Okay, let's try with this one.
Okay, I was saying that.
You want to come here? Come next to me. I was feeling lonely. Come here.
Okay, first and foremost, I thank God to be in this city of running, Valencia. It's my pleasure. And coming here as a defending champion, I'm really looking forward for a great race tomorrow. I've really prepared well, and I'm ready for the race.
And in fact, Jeffrey, not only did you win last time around in Cardiff, but you actually fell at the beginning, and then you picked yourself up and went on winning. What lessons have you learned from Cardiff 2 years ago?
Okay, for me, falling at the start 2 years ago in Cardiff, it was really a tough experience for me, and I really learned a great lesson that whenever you are prepared for something and you are ready for it, provided with all along we come with a challenge, it's still possible to do it. Yes.
Sí.
Thank you very much, Jeffrey. I think we'll have more questions for you if you can.
Well,
thank you very much. Allow me now to briefly switch to Spanish. Marta, no sé si tu micrófono funciona, si lo quieres probar, vamos a ver. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
Ok,
Sí.
perfecto. Ese al menos funciona. Marta, nos encontramos aquí en Valencia, una ciudad de running. Y no solo Valencia es la ciudad de running, pero es tu ciudad.
Sí.
Y te veo muy orgullosa de estar aquí, de todo lo que han acomplecido tus compañeros. ¿Cómo te sientes a ver que tu país, tu ciudad ha realizado algo tan grande? Marta is a local girl from Valencia. She's from the running local community, and I'm just asking her how proud she is to see what her compatriots have achieved right here.
Bueno, primero de todo, muy agradecida y es abrumada de estar aquí con atletas de tanto nivel, porque bueno, tampoco soy la que mejor marca tiene de la selección, así que para mí es una pasada estar aquí. Claro, tener un mundial en Valencia es ya lo máximo que nos podíamos imaginar, todos los valencianos. Yo he vivido esta meta en la Maratón de Valencia, además con la marca que luego me llevó al Mundial de Londres. He conseguido la mínima para estar aquí en el Mundial de Valencia en la propia Media Maratón de Valencia en octubre. Claro, para mí Valencia lo es todo, su público y claro, para los valencianos es un verdadero orgullo todo esto.
So Marta is saying that she's very proud to be here. She actually achieved a qualification standard for this competition here in Valencia, and also for the marathon in London. She qualified here. So it has a very, very special meaning to be here. She feels also very privileged as a local girl, because she says humbly she's not the best girl in the Spanish team, but being the local girl, she feels very proud to be here with us today. La carrera de mañana, como lo deciste, va a ser una experiencia única, y los atletas españoles tendrán muchas ganas de hacer un buen resultado. ¿Qué objetivos te propones?
Bueno, claro, en mi caso un objetivo en un mundial de media maratón es complicado. Yo llego con el mejor estado de forma que puedo llegar, llego con muchísimas ganas. Sé que estoy bien. Hace un mes hice una maratón, pero yo creo que llego muy bien y con muchísimas ganas, con todo el circuito que, claro, yo sí que sé por dónde va a pasar exactamente. Sé que es un circuito muy, muy rápido, muy bueno, con un final, como veis, increíble. Y espero que volemos, pero que no sea por el viento solamente, que parece que va a soplar un poco, pero bueno, las ganas van a poder más.
So Marta, in terms of race expectations, obviously is not expecting to finish amongst the very top, but she's expecting to improve on her personal best. She knows the course very well. She knows it's very fast, and she's saying quite nicely she hopes they will be flying, but not because of the wind, which they say will be very strong, but because they're running really fast. Gracias, Marta. Si puedo ahora pasar a Florencia. Florencia, vamos a hacer el test del micrófono. ¿Funciona?
Hola, hola.
Usamos este. Ok, muchas gracias, Florencia. Florencia, yo sé que mañana para ti va a ser una carrera muy importante, no solo para ti, pero para todos los sudamericanos. 2 años atrás en Cardiff llegaron 5 en los primeros 20, pero un argentino hace mucho que no logra un lugar así. ¿Será uno de tus objetivos llegar en los top 10, 20? ¿Cuál será tu objetivo?
Bueno, la verdad que uno siempre quiere mejorar cuando viene un campeonato tan importante. En mi caso es la primera vez que clasifiqué a Mundial de media maratón, así que vengo disfrutando en lo posible, con un poco de nervios normales que uno siempre tiene, pero bueno, sí intentaremos eso y bueno, creo que todo corredor que larga una carrera quiere mejorar, así que bueno, buscaremos eso.
So Florencia, in terms of race expectations, she's aiming at a top 10, 20 finish, but most and foremost, she's here to enjoy and make the most of it. Obviously, improve on her personal best, and she admits being a little bit nervous for it being her first World Half Marathon Championships. Florencia, el año pasado, estableciste el récord nacional en Buenos Aires, donde imagino estaban todos tus seres queridos y tu hijo, tu hermana gemela. ¿Cuánto es importante para ti, tu familia, y demostrar que se puede ser madre y campeona? I'm just asking Florencia about her experience because she's a mother of a young son. She has a twin sister. How important it is to demonstrate for women in athletics that it's possible to be a champion and being a mother as well.
Bueno, qué linda pregunta. Yo fui mamá muy joven, a los 21 años. Me cambió casi todo. La fortaleza, la forma de afrontar la vida, de disfrutar. Quizás antes no disfrutaba tanto la vida como después. Él me enseñó un montón creo que los hijos son maestros. En mi caso, le dio absolutamente todo el sentido a mi vida y creo que el entrenamiento y la maternidad es duro, pero creo que es todo cuestión de actitud y de salir cada mañana a entrenar duro, como nada, es un plus y es cansador, pero es todo cuestión de actitud.
And obviously, as all the mothers in the audience would know, she's saying that having a child has changed her life. She became a mother when she was very young, 21 years old. She said it's very tough to train and have a young son, but it has given her extra motivation, and actually she has improved since having given birth. Muchas gracias, Florencia. Can I now turn to the far end? I think we're going to have to do a mic swap because only one's working today. Bernard.
Yes, sir. Yes, Laura.
Yeah, no, it's still me. Bernard, you are a tremendous competitor, of course, when it comes to racing at World Champs. You've won on the track everything that there was to win. But actually, this is your first major international championships on the road. Do you still feel the nerves?
Yes. In fact, I wish this press conference was, press conference for the road 1 mile, not a half marathon. But yes, it's a big challenge for me. But then I still have that competitive nature of myself that I always want to go out there and then do the best I can. But the problem is, I'm with Geoffrey Kamworor. I'm really intimidated, actually, as I might say. I might have to go just in front there and be with my running partners over there that I know them very well. And so, but he's just, I'm only 20 years ahead of him. And so we'll see tomorrow how I'm going to fare. And it's fun to be here in Valencia. I wish I was here in 2008, but it's time to be back here and to be here and compete at the highest level with the best athletes like Geoffrey.
Well, I wasn't going to mention your age, but since you started, another of your actual impressive fact is your longevity. I mean, how many years have you been running now? Countless years. And more than just asking you for your secret for longevity, I just wanted to ask you if you could share with us some advice with the younger generation, not so much about running as an elite, but the benefits of running as a recreational activity. I mean, we know there's almost 15,000 runners running tomorrow, and its benefits in terms of health and well-being.
Yes, exactly. Mostly it is for health and well-being, but at the same time, it is it's a sport that everybody can do. You know, every person that is old or young, they relate in one thing, and that is running. And it is always a way of getting fit and also making your goals at the same time. You know, sometimes you just want to do something for like for a year, and you said, okay, I want to start running, and that one also gives you something to do. And by doing that, you're keeping yourself fit, health, and you just get motivated to do even more as you as you get into running.
And I heard in one of the interviews that before turning to the World Half Marathon, you said, and I quote, "Let's see how painful this is going to be." So how painful was it?
You know, it's painful from mile 2, actually. Yes. So since mile number 2, it starts to get painful. You know, mile 1 is okay. I can still run with these guys at 4:32, no big deal. You know, I have 3:47, so I can brag about that. But then the pain starts as you just go through towards the half, and then as you keep going, you see everybody just starting to leave you, and then you're on your own, and then you're on that no man's land. You're on your own zone, and then this thing is painful. But at the same time, it's the beautiful pain. At the end of it, you know that you did it, whether you get a time or you did not, but then that accomplishment, it gives you that pride that I did this, 13.1 miles, and all is good. So I'm here in Valencia, for example, with my teammates, but I'm just the only old one. I know you're thinking about that, but at the same time, there's nothing to do with age here. It's just a matter of coming here to have fun and enjoy every process.
Well, thank you, Bernard, and good luck for tomorrow. I think enough from me now, so I'm going to turn to questions from the floor. If you have questions, please raise your hand. We'll see if we have a microphone still working. Ahora vamos a pasar a las preguntas. Si alguno tiene una pregunta para los invitados aquí, por favor, que suben la mano. We have a question from David on the end. David, I don't think the mic is working. ¿Este funciona? Si se lo puede pasar, por favor. I think it's the last microphone we have, so it better work.
Hi, Bernard.
Yeah.
I think it's something of an accident that you wound up in this competition. You went to Houston to try the half marathon, I think for your own satisfaction, to run a good time, and then you wound up getting an opportunity to be on this team. How surprised are you that you're still at a World Championships now at 42?
It is a surprise. And like you said, I think I used that word like it was an accident, because a lot of athletes were asking me in Houston, hey, Bernard, are you trying to get into the team? And I said, take a look and see who is running here. Everybody's running. So therefore, I'm just here to run a personal best. But at the same time, I'm not looking into getting to the World Championships. But then that position gave me 4th in the United States. And I said, wow. And they gave me the invitation, and I said, I'm taking it. So I was really, really excited to be here. And it's one of those things that I did not even think of doing it. I could not even dream of being in a place like this, but then it's a reality. I'm in Valencia. I'm running tomorrow, and so this is amazing.
It's not working? Oh, okay. Do we have any more questions? ¿Alguna pregunta más? No one has any further questions? Okay, so before concluding this event, I just wanted to take this opportunity to invite on stage the creme de la creme of running. We are so privileged to have here with us. Por favor, ayúdame en agradecer la presencia de 4 leyendas del atletismo y del running. Elena Maya of South Africa, the 1994 World Half Marathon champion. Yeah. Come here with me, Alana. Yes. Paula Radcliffe, a 3-time winner of the event from Great Britain. Sonia O'Sullivan of Ireland, the world 5,000 meter champion and double world cross country champion. And Lorna Kiplagan, who also won the event 3 times. So Jeffrey, you have some role models here with you. And last but not least, another running legend who's here as team leader of the Athletes Refugee Team, Teglalo Rupe. So these wonderful ladies will stay here. They'll be available for a few questions, but I think we can take this opportunity to do a photo, a historic photo right in the middle. So if you want to join in the middle with the athletes and the president, thank you everyone.